The box had been sitting in the attic for years, not neatly labeled, not carefully stored, just shoved behind old winter coats and forgotten decorations, collecting dust like a memory no one wanted to disturb. On the outside, written in fading marker, were 3 words: Christmas stuff, 1996. I almost didn't open it. It was Christmas Eve in 2025. The house was quiet in that strange modern way, phones glowing softly, notifications chiming in the background, a smart speaker asking if we wanted a curated holiday playlist. Everything worked perfectly. And somehow, nothing felt warm. Out of boredom more than curiosity, I pulled the box down. Inside were things I hadn't seen in decades. A tangled string of oversized multicolored lights, the kind that ran hot and flickered like they were alive. A stack of handwritten Christmas cards, envelopes yellowed with age. A plastic snowman ornament with one eye slightly crooked. And then I saw it. A black VHS tape. On the label, in my mother's handwriting, Home Alone record from TV. I laughed out loud. Who even owned a VCR anymore? But something about that tape felt heavy, not physically, but emotionally, like it carried a version of Christmas that had slipped through time. Curiosity turned into determination. I spent the next 2 hours doing something I hadn't done in years, problem solving without an app. I searched closets, garages, storage bins. Eventually, buried beneath cables no one could identify, I found it, a dusty VCR. When I plugged it in, it hummed like it had been waiting. The TV flickered. Static danced across the screen. Then the familiar blue glow appeared. I slid the tape in. The whirring sound filled the room, mechanical, imperfect, alive. And suddenly, it was Christmas again. Not the polished kind, not the algorithm-perfect version, the real one. The movie began, complete with commercials, toy ads, cereal jingles, department store sales narrated with way too much excitement. I didn't fast forward. I couldn't. Each ad felt like a postcard from the past. Somewhere between the opening scenes and the first laugh track, I noticed something strange. I felt lighter. No scrolling, no multitasking, no background noise fighting for attention. Just a story, playing exactly as it once had. Word spread faster than I expected. I posted a single clip online, shaky footage of the TV screen, the VHS tracking lines visible, the title card slightly warped. Caption: Watching Christmas like it's 1996 again. I went to sleep. By morning, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Thousands of comments. People weren't just liking it, they were remembering. My parents had those lights. Those commercials made me cry. I forgot how slow Christmas used to feel. Can we go back? An idea formed quietly at first. What if Christmas didn't need upgrading? What if it needed remembering? That night, I unplugged the smart lights and replaced them with the old ones from the box. They glowed unevenly, casting soft colors across the walls. I dug out a CD player and burned a mix, not a playlist, but an actual disc. I left my phone in another room. And something magical happened. Neighbors noticed. One knocked on the door, then another. They didn't ask why the lights looked different. They didn't question the music. They smiled. Someone brought over an old board game. Someone else found a box of VHS tapes in their garage. Another family brought a camcorder and started filming not for views but for memory. Within days, the idea spread, not as a trend, as a feeling. People began hosting 90 seconds Christmas nights. No phones allowed, no streaming, no smart anything. Just movies that paused mid-sentence, games with missing pieces, food cooked without timers. Kids ask strange questions. Why is the movie blurry? Why do the lights feel warmer? Why does this feel different? Adults didn't always know how to answer. They just said, "This is how it used to be." And for a moment, just a moment, time slowed down. By Christmas morning, the hashtag had grown beyond anything I imagined. Not because it was clever, not because it was optimized, but because millions of people felt the same quiet ache and the same quiet joy at the same time. Christmas hadn't changed, we had. And all it took to remember was pressing play.